believe that your God keep you immortalized living to end that song. Can you just check the morning air? The fuck is up, gamers? It's your boy the Goods, and we are here for a special Christmas treat. Christmas cookies. Christmas. I love Christmas. Oh, you already know it is EJ Coward. Let me go ahead and move that. God damn it, get out of fucking Far Cry 3. Hello. I have a lot of things on my mind. Let me get my notebook. Let me get my notebook here. We're gonna have a little chit chat. So, first things first, I need to do a little bit of research. I'm sorry, okay? These things cannot wait any longer. They just can't. I need to do this with you right now. There's a number, $72.62. Now, take that number. What the fuck? Hold on. Smell it through the phone. Fuck, dude. Okay. It's fine. You know what? We're gonna round up. Minus 8. Minus 17. I need to use a calc, guys. We're getting into big numbers. Hold on. I need to use a calc. And if you're just joining the video, calc is short for calculator. Just using slang, guys. So we take that number, and we subtract 8, and we subtract 17. That gives us 47.62. Now, I'm going to subtract the number 25. And that gives us 22.62. Now, remember that number, because I won't. That's why I wrote it down. So, somewhere in here is a list of things. Here it is! Oh my god! It's a list that you are not allowed to look at, so I'm going to shake it violently so you can just see that it exists, but not what it is. Hello. Welcome. I have been extremely busy, and I know what you're thinking. Scrolling on your phone does not count as busy, and you would be correct. It does not count, which is why that's not what I've been doing some of the time. Some of the time, I have been being social. I've been going to things. I have found some new parents that have adopted me. And other things that are on this list. So we're going to go through them. Right now, I'm going to explain to you why I have not been posting as much. I'm making up for all of that lost time with the animated persona that I'm putting on here today. In hopes that we can start fresh in 2026. So, I have been writing a lot. That's the biggest thing in here, is not just writing stories, but things and concepts that I want to do, that I've been thinking about. The biggest one for me is Metal Galaxy, my JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fan fiction. Jesus, I'm slurring my words together because I'm so excited. That's been a big one. Now, have I worked on it in like 2 weeks? No. But is it up here in my head? Yes. The other one is I would like to finish writing the pirate campaign, the 6 Isles of Adrar. I'm going to rework the second island and make that better. It's just how that's going to go down. Now, there are other things that I've been considering working on. For one, there is a second campaign that is much less involved, but I would like to have ready so that when people are like, oh my god, I want to play some Dungeons & Dragons, but I don't want to commit to a 6-island super arc that's from 1 to 20. No, I'm going to come up with a world, and I'm going to come up with modules that are, levels 1 to 8, 8 to 16, and 16 to 20, and everywhere in between. I'm going to come up with stories and plots and things, and you can play it from 1 to 20, or you can play it from 1 to 4, from 1 to 8, 4 to 8, 8 to 12, whatever you want to do. That's there. I took the idea of Bahamut, because I use him in a lot of things, just because he's convenient. There were these 2 girls I used to hang out with. I wrote a campaign for them, and I said, you know what? That campaign is much better as a story centered around my previous player characters. So I'm going to turn that into a thing, and if I can play it as a campaign one day for real people that it actually exist, then great. My Pokemon fan fiction, that's, just been floating around in my head forever. Boost, I did want to make a full-on high school DxD type thing. Name's going to change, but that's just what I called it 6 years ago. And then I also want to do a Wicked rewrite, because Wicked's a big thing right now, and I watched both of those movies and they're great. But I think Glinda got the short end of the stick, unfortunately. And Glinda's my favorite character. So we're gonna rewrite that. We're gonna make it different this time. Excuse my hair. It's my little ponytail is fucking all over the place. There we go. Now I look pretty. I also want to do little short films and shit. I've got 2 major ones that I've been working on. One is called Detective Doodoo, Hunt for the Egg. That was a passion project that I came up with a few years ago and never really took off the ground. So I'm going to bring that back. Probably as my debut, just because it's a very simple project. Maybe not. But I have been considering a big one called The Winter Rose. That I'm not going to get into details, so the 0 people that watch this don't steal it. But I think it is a great project that I'm so excited to turn into a film. Of course, you have to write it and direct it and do things. But it'll be cute. So, then we get into self-improvement arc. This is where a lot of my mental space has been, and it's why actually writing these things has been difficult, because I'm spending so much time thinking about other shit that I'm not really doing a lot. Now, do I do things? Yes. Metal Galaxy, a few months ago was about it was 43 pages of hot ass. It was about to be, there's a fight right at the end of the normal part, and then you get to some crazy shit, and the crazy shit's just the end. That's the climax, end, everything. It was there. It was right at the last fight before the climax. I rewrote it. It's at 53 pages, and I am barely not even halfway. Not even halfway. And it's 53 Google Docs pages, so who knows what that looks like in a book. I think it's 30,000 words. So half a novel, pretty much. So that's taken up a lot of time. But I am working on slimming down, rebuilding my body. I mean, this is cool. This is hot. My fucking arm's about to cramp. I was doing a lot of weightlifting today, at work, lifting boxes. It's fucking my finances and shit. I forgot there's a sticky note there. I'm also working on my style and fashion. That's something that I've put a lot of consideration into. As I slim down, I need to prepare. You gotta buy new clothes. This shirt right here. As much as I do love these shirts and they're comfortable, excuse my fucking undies. I mean, here's my waist, right? Here's the waistline, and here's the shirt. I mean, it's a little big. I mean, look at the fucking sleeves. I mean, this is very much, this is a 4XL shirt. It's too big. And I don't mind it now. It's fine. I like the loose, comfortable thing going on there. But at some point, this is going to be way too big. And at some point, it's going to look really bad. It already doesn't look good. But it's going to, be really bad at some point. And I might have to buy new clothes, and I don't want to buy new clothes just to buy them, and then have to buy more clothes once I come up with a style. I'd rather just be fucking ready. Just do one trip, and then anytime I change my style or, experiment with new pieces, I buy new things. But I don't want to just, I'm 42 inches in the waist now. Let me go buy some new jeans, and then they're fucking, bad. And then it's, 38 inches, let me go buy some new, and they're bad. I'd rather just get the good ones. I'd rather figure out what I want and plan everything now. The dojo, as you can see, what is it? That arm? That's there. I put up my little Violent Vera shirt. just gonna use the one arm for this, which is not any easier. Right there, I put up a Rosey poster, and I was going to have a sunflower, a giant sunflower in a field of roses. Did not happen. Didn't happen because Amazon said, "Oh no, it's here, it's delivered." It was not delivered. So it's not, and I just said, "Fuck it, don't send me another one." It took you like a month to not send this one. Just give me a refund. And I wasn't paying attention, and they sent it back to my Amazon. So I have like $13.90 in Amazon credit, and I'm scared to use Amazon again. So I'm gonna use it for like a movie, maybe the Chainsaw Man movie when that comes out. I don't know. Because that's like a safe thing. Just get a movie. I have the Barbie movie on there, I think. Trolls. I got a Trolls movie or some shit. What else? And then different like tools and things that I want and need. I need a passport if I want to go places. You know, maybe I want to go to Mexico, get a Halucha and Pokemon Go. Which suspiciously is not even fucking on here. Actually, I should probably write that down. Not right now. Anime. I'm gonna spill the beans. I'm gonna disappoint a lot of people here. The top 10 anime list for 2025 is going to be hot dog shit. It is like 3 new shows and a crap ton of sequels. What ended up happening was not only was I just so busy doing other shit, I couldn't sit in my room and fucking watch anime, was that functionally, right? Spent the first 3 months, had this girlfriend who was fucking awful. And then spend a month kind of like getting over that and not like wanting to kill myself. And then I lost my job, and that didn't help. So I got a new job immediately. I'm so grateful to my friends, who I won't name because, I don't know, they're old and weird about privacy, so I'm not going to put their legal names. I don't know, man. I'm respectful. So, anyways, you know who you are. The 2 adult men that helped me with that. And then I was working from like 12 to 9, if not 5 to 9, depending on what day it was. And getting home late as shit, compared to, it's like, okay, well, now I got to do all the things you got to do as an adult. Laundry, cook, clean, whatever. Various things. I didn't really feel like watching anime, which is crazy. You'd think that you just put on the fucking anime. There's a TV like right over there. You'd think I just put on the fucking anime. I can't. It's like an event for me. It has to be like I haven't watched an episode in like a month, because I feel like I have to really like set aside the time for it. I can't just throw it on. I've got to pay attention. Anybody that says, "Oh, I've seen like 100 anime," yeah, how much of it were they actually watching? Don't get me wrong. I don't remember a lot of details, so I'm not gonna say start quizzing them because I don't remember details from a lot of shows. You ask me, "Oh, what was this guy's name?" I wouldn't fucking know. I wouldn't know. But I remember the gist. I remember the idea. I was there for it, whereas a lot of people were not there for it. Anyways, another thing was that I was watching sequels. I was trying to catch up on all the sequels, and as great as that was to do that, I'm more or less caught up at this point. A lot of the sequels I didn't really fuck with. I started it, I finished the 1, and it's like, ah, shit, now I gotta watch season 2. That was really hard. Like Tower of God season 2 took fucking forever. Oshi no Ko season 2 was dog shit, So there's going to be a lot of sequels, a lot of 10 out of 10s that are just 10 out of 10s because I fucking love them, Like Dr. Stone, that'll be up there. And by that, normally I'll do sequels as honorable mentions. I can't. They have to be that. So I wrote it down on here. I just need to watch more. So I'm currently watching Violet Evergarden, which I'm also going to upset a lot of people. I don't like, everyone says the end's going to be sad. It fucking better be, dude. I'm watching this fucking shit. And it's whatever. It's, it's like, she's like a former weapon and she never learned how to love and she doesn't know what love is and she doesn't understand human emotions and slowly she's like starting to manually learn things and whatever. If the end doesn't like absolutely fucking gut me, it's getting like a fucking 3 or a 4 at most. Maybe a 4 just because it's not poor quality. I try, like if I don't like the show, but like I see what they're doing, and it's whatever. I try to just give it like a 3 or a 4, like Steins Gate. Objectively was corny, I think. It was very corny, very, it insists upon itself. I know that in reality was a gag on something. Like, a guy said that, and it was like, Seth MacFarlane was like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I'm going to put it in there as have Peter Griffin be the guy saying it. But just because Seth MacFarlane thinks that doesn't mean I can think that he's correct. You know what I mean? Like, I can think he's wrong on that. I think it insists upon itself is a valid fucking criticism. They were so fucking, like, in on the, it's time travel, and time travel's weird, and things are funky, and time folds in on itself when you time... Fucking shut up! Is your show good? Did I have fun watching it? No, I didn't. The only character I even fucking liked, Mayuri, or whatever her actual name is, I think her real name is Mayuri, she's like Mayushi is what they call her. The only character I fucking liked, spoiler alert, fucking brutally murder her for like an entire episode, just over and over again. And that's the arc, is like fucking Rintaro, or Okabe, or whatever his name is, fucking, just is repeatedly trying to like prevent her from dying. Fucking ass. So, I do need to finish the top 10 list. At the time of me recording this, it's not done. But I will watch more at some point. Now, speaking of recording, I do need to finish Far Cry 3. As of recording, I'm on episode 12. This is going to go up Christmas Day. It's going to be a little Christmas present for the year, because I'm not doing Glitmas or anything else. Which, crazy to think it's been a year since Glitmas. Crazy to think. Crazy. I thought I was going to do that again this year, and I haven't done shit. Because same fucking deal, I've been so busy. As soon as I ended up getting my new job in August, where I, like, made more money and shit, it's like, cool, now I can pay off my fucking debts from when I was making, like, just enough to almost break even. And then I just, like, bought shit I couldn't afford. My own fault, but whatever. That's kind of the fucking ball game we're in. My car needed new tires. That also fucking happened. All 4 of them at the same time. Right as the time that happens, when I started being more social, hanging out with other friends and whatnot, and it's great, and I love it, and I'd much rather be doing that. But I just haven't the same deal. I haven't had time to sit down and play, watch anime. I haven't had time to play all these games that are in my computer. I've been at my friend's house playing Xbox and then Nintendo. I finally am like, we're on the last mission of Devil May Cry 3. We haven't gone and finished it just because we like forgot. Cuphead, I even signed in on their Xbox and I played Cuphead. I'm on the 3rd island. I beat the honeybee, I beat the pirate, I beat the little fucking siren mermaid girl. There's literally just the junkyard and the like theater lady. I don't know what comes after that, but I imagine those are the last 2 on the 3rd island, I think. I'm not going to Google it, I don't want to spoil anything. Because somehow I've avoided spoilers on Cuphead for 8 fucking years. Or however long it's been out. I want to say 8. That sounds right. Like 8 fucking years. I have, dodged Cuphead spoilers. Is insane. But, I mean, I can only imagine you fight King Dice after 3. You know what I mean? I can only imagine. There's no way it keeps fucking going. I'm pretty sure 4 and 5 are DLC that I might have. I don't know. Because I see on this little chalkboard, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just saying that there's 5 people per thing. Because that would make sense. I mean, I beat those 3 and there's 2 left. That would make sense. The fucking robot junkyard guy is so hard. I can do if I practice. If I practice, I can do the performer lady. But that junkyard guy, I don't know what the fuck to do. I can't do it. It's too hard. So I need to do Far Cry 3. I know I need to play Ace Attorney Season 3. And I was originally going to do that this winter, and that was going to be uploading like right now, and I wanted to time it so it would end around Christmas time. I'm just doing other shit. I really am, and I'm slowly, very slowly, between all the stuff, I'm kind of cycling through things so I can do the things I want to do. It just, when you hang out with your friends and have fun on Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, generally speaking, you're either doing like maintenance, like going to the dealership to have your car looked at again because it's still fucking shaky, or going to the grocery store or the fucking Walmart or whatever, or you're just doing things, you don't have time to sit at your computer and play games, but these are projects, there's things I'm passionate about, there's things I'm interested in, so at some point I will do Ace Attorney 3. I'll probably do Pokemon Black and White just because I have it sitting here. I want to. It would be fun. But I don't know. I don't know. I've got some other miscellaneous things on here. that I'm not gonna get into. Shit like rollerblading and shit. You know that I just want to try. I just wrote that down for me. But point being is that I'm going to attempt. This is my Christmas present to everybody. I'm going to attempt that once I finish Far Cry 3, should be finished by the end of the year. Next year. I don't know if it'll start immediately. I don't know if it'll start the first full week of 2026. I don't know. But I'm going to try to do Ace Attorney 3. I will do Ace Attorney 3. I will do Life is Strange True Colors. And I will try to do Pokemon Black and White. These are things I will attempt. As for my Sundays, I'm thinking about Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. That's a lineup I'm thinking. I just want to get all these projects out there. I think, Ace Attorney and True Colors being the 2 out of the week. I think Wednesday being Pokemon, just because I can blow through that pretty quickly. And then I think Sekiro Sundays, and then we just let it ride. And if anything ends early, we just fill the slot with something else. Just make it work. If things take too long, just run that one thing over and over again until it's done. I've done that with Ace Attorney before. I think that's what I want to do. So, Merry Christmas. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting the channel. If you are an actual person that does that, I don't think you exist. But if you do, awesome! I love you. I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to finish doing Far Cry 3.